Aloha everybody, Grant Chapman here. Today we're going to do a magic show for you demonstrating free radicals and antioxidants and why is it so important to measure your antioxidants so you know exactly how healthy your body is. Okay, so first let's get started with a little quick magic show demonstration. Okay, so we got our glasses here, right? When you're born, first you're born pure, right? No free radicals, no nothing, no contaminants. Then what ends up happening is we introduce a little bit of free radicals. And so we're using iodine to represent here our free radicals in the body. Okay, so as you can see, you got sun exposure, you got smoke exposure, you got pollutions, you got all these crazy things that are happening in the world, okay? So now let's take this and let's separate to show you what happens when you consume free radicals or things that aren't good for you and you consume fruits and vegetables that are good for you, okay? So you can see here we got an even dosage. So let's first start with not of the good, okay? Let's start with, does anybody here like these guys here? Anybody here like chips? All right, they are delicious, right? Okay, chips here. So let's put chips in there. Now anything that turns dark while it's in here is actually really not good for you. And anything that turns bright or stays white color is actually really good for you. So we're gonna throw some of the, anybody like bread? Anybody eats bread? Who here likes these little rice crackers, right? Little rice crackers there. Let's toss all these guys in here, okay? So this is gonna represent a body with contaminants that's not eating the right servings of fruits and vegetables, okay? Now on the other end, who here likes green peas, right? You want to see some bright colored vegetables here. Let's put those guys in there. Also too, any tomatoes, right? Tomatoes, let's throw some tomatoes in there. Okay, also too, I love fruit. So we got some fruit here, which are really high in antioxidants. So let's open this guy up here. Put those guys in there, berries, and also too some strawberries as well. So I'm gonna break them up and throw them in here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this little juice pie here, okay? And we're gonna mix the other one. And actually, what's really unique already is you can tell a pretty significant difference in the color of what we're using here. Okay, so the one on this side, the left, is fruits and vegetables, and the one on this side is carbohydrates and other products that aren't good for you that don't have any antioxidants. Okay. So as you notice here, you see the body is all dark and polluted. So a lot of people wonder why they have diseases. You know, there's a lot of ailments that are going in the body, a lot of pains, a lot of aches, a lot of different problems going on. And so as you can see here, the body's really polluted. So you wonder why you're feeling and getting a certain way, right? A lot of aging occurs. One of our products here, this is called a Life Pack Elements, okay? And I cut some of this right here. And now let's take some of this and let's put this first inside with the dark one, okay, here. Let's put some of this in here. Let's just get all this in here, okay. Now, ready to stir? Look at this. As you can probably already tell, it's getting a lot lighter. Look, it's actually turning blue. Wow, look at that. It went from a dark, dark color to actually turning blue. And what is pretty cool is the chips were black. Now the chips are not black anymore. Look, this is actually clear. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but it's actually really clear. Look at this. Okay, so the concept here is to show that are you getting the right amount of nutrients, fruits and vegetables inside your body? Look, I just put a little droplet of that. So look how cool this is. So there is not any other way to measure your antioxidants besides now the Prism IO scanner. And how this guy works here is you literally just take your finger, you put your finger on here, and this is gonna measure what you've been eating, what's been absorbing, and how much antioxidants and carotenoids are in your body. And the carotenoids in your body is what actually helps this to turn clear. So the higher you score on the Prism, the more antioxidants that you have in your body. As you can see here, I'm purple in the middle. The highest score you can get here is at the end of the purple, okay? So this is our quick little magic show to demonstrate antioxidants and free radicals and eating junk food compared to eating good food, okay? And make sure you take your supplements. Just with a half of one of these Life Pack Elements, as you can see here, the toxin body got purified. Okay, aloha, make it a great day.